So one of the revelations that I had was about church people. And I say that because I was a church person. I am a church person. I mean, I guess technically I didn't start going to church till I was like, well, maybe around 20-ish. And, so maybe about 30 years, 28, 30 years by now. But point being, so I've lived my whole life kind of in and around, well, not my whole life, but the latter years of it in church. And so, but I had to think about it. Like, even when you think about the Bible, there were the church people and then there were Jesus. The church people was a lot of people. They had big buildings. They were about business. Then you had Jesus and his disciples. And it was a small group of them, 12. And they were about healing and changing lives. So they were separate. Those were two different groups. So at some point, I thought that to follow Jesus and the church people were one. Like, I thought that the church people were about following Jesus. And at some point there was a realization, that's not it. Not saying that there aren't some people that are in church that are following Jesus. It's true, because I was there and I was following Jesus, but that's not their goal. Their goal is big business and money. His goal was to help people and change lives. And so there has to be, so when I realized that, I look at it different, because church people, Jesus, they're two different groups. Which group do I really want to be associated with? I want to be associated with this group. The church people are the ones who killed him. They didn't like him then. So of course they don't like us now, because we're still the outsiders. They don't like the people that follow Jesus. And also, let me ask you that truly follow Jesus. Because his ways were too much. Like, why are you talking to those sinners? Why are you around those sinners? Like, church people didn't understand love. Jesus was about love, right? Church people are, oh my God, you're talking to a hoe? Oh my God, you're talking to a trans? They're not about love. They're about the big business and that kind of stuff. Jesus was about love. Yes, I'm talking to a trans. Yes, I'm showing love, because that's the only way. That's the only way. They're not going to change their behavior by you coming, and even if they change or they don't, that's their choice. Everybody has a choice, but I'm going to show love, and that's my choice. So I'm going to be over here showing love. So anyways, it was just a decision that I had to make. And I'm not saying you can't be in church and still follow Jesus, because I was for many years, and there are lots of people that are in church following Jesus. But I'm talking about church as a big business, which it is. The intention behind that is not to follow Jesus. It's not. It's to make money and be a big business. And if this is following Jesus and this is the church people, and they're two separate things, if they're following Jesus going that way, who are they following? Because they're not following the same person, huh? Because they're two different, right? So I don't know, that might sound confusing, but it's just the way my brain operates. I'm sorry. But yeah, I want to be on that side, and I want to show love to people. And yeah, that's all. That was one of the realizations. And I'm not anti-church, but I am anti-people that use church as a shield, like, oh, I'm doing good, and but you're really not, are you? That's really not. That's I would rather them just come out and be like, yeah, we hate you. We don't like you. I would rather that than you pretend and be like, oh no, the Bible does say that. It also doesn't say beat people over the head with it. It's a choice. Did you see Jesus doing that? He didn't do that. You can't make anyone do anything. So it's all a choice. But anyways, I just felt led to share that with you guys. All right, carry on.